Halloween. 100,000 people went to Itaewon Street. Next to Hamilton Hotel is a narrow alleyway. You can fit about 6 people through there at a tight squeeze. What happened was the person in front had fallen over because everyone pushes. And then it became a falling dominoes effect. The ones underneath were trampled. It became a pile of humans and it made a wall. So the ones behind the wall were getting crushed until they couldn't breathe. They were screaming, they passed out. And then eventually, all these people had died. People were trying to climb up the lamppost, climb up a ledge, climb up a wall to survive. And they just couldn't. All the people that died were in their 20s or younger. The majority being females just because they are smaller and heavier costumes. Not everybody is fit enough to be able to climb or hold their own weight up. So unfortunately, all these people have passed away or have been very injured. Even with the medical help and police force trying to pull people with their arms, they just couldn't pull them out of that pile. They were just stuck there. As of right now, 153 people were killed and 87 are badly injured. The numbers may go higher, and there are still missing people. In Korea, last year it was well controlled. The taxis only catered to Itaewon residents, probably because they want more profit. So if you live far away, you can't go home. The subway is closed. So they could have avoided this if they just opened the transportation to let people out. In the past, in 2014, 304 students died on a boat. They couldn't swim. So they made it mandatory that all the children would learn to swim at school. Now that was something that was unavoidable. But what happened at Halloween was avoidable. All they needed to do was control the crowd. Why remove all these restrictions knowing these problems every Halloween already? During the situation, it was just made worse. They asked passengers to perform CPR, and I don't even know how to do it. These people are traumatized, and it helps them with crowd control by getting them to focus on something. But to be honest, I would probably be more traumatized if you asked me to CPR someone that's already dead. Especially with COVID around, you're just going to catch COVID too. It's not easy doing CPR. It's not just breathing into their mouth and pushing a few times. You have to reach the lungs. And did you know when you do CPR, it's very common to break their ribs to be able to get them to breathe. These people don't know how much pressure to give. They don't see people dying. It's not part of their normal life. Unless you work in medical care, you're not going to see this kind of thing. I am truly, truly disappointed in how Seoul reacted to the situation and how they tried to solve it. It is a complete disaster, and so many people have lost their loved ones.